find a way to run from the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Alright, today is July 3rd, 2021, and it's 4:14 a.m. 1,131 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Let me check something first before I go on Twitter. Let me see if they didn't pop anything weird that needs to have copyright claim. Okay, so it's still clean. So every now and then I have to keep on checking it. Alright. I realized that lately they've been popping old videos that I've already deleted as copyright claim or something. So every now and then I have to check it. Okay, so let's go on Twitter and see what's going on.
So we shall do what women do. We shall talk.
Alright, so this just popped up 5 hours ago. Sussex Squad, I know I've been absent for the past few days, but I cover your prayers. My family's son is more broken than it's ever been. Please pray for us. Oh, what happened? What happened? Oh, sending you loves. Okay, sending you love. Okay. Alright, so they're gonna say the same thing. Alright, heartwarming thing. So what I'll do at the end of this video, I'll throw prayer for the squad in general, because I think yesterday one of the tweets, Tina and her husband has COVID, and this is too much. I think in one of my videos I've said, we all have our own little problems here and there, but we're managing. We just need to know how to branch out into certain things, and at the same time to remain focused on ourselves. We're like a freaking tree. We're like the, how do they call this, the center part of the tree that you have the root, the stump, branches that spread out in, different direction. So we need to remain that middle part where when it's time to deal with certain things, be in that moment to deal with it. But the main thing is to never lose ourselves. Once we lose ourselves, nothing matters. Okay, somebody else have to take care of us. We don't have control of our body and all of this. So always remain true to ourselves, the center part of things. When different problem pops up, we know how to deal with it. Remember, every problem don't stay forever. So we just have to know how to deal with it, and hopefully God comes in our way to help disperse that particular problem. It's just the way you deal with it. That's all. Okay? I'm not saying my problem is easier than yours. God gave us, each one of us, our own problem, our own baggage, how we could carry it. Not that we like it, we enjoy it, but whatever problem you have, that's the problem God thinks you could deal with. But the main thing is don't lose yourself, no matter what the problem is. Eventually it will go away. Something else is gonna pop up. Believe me. Alright, but I'll throw prayer at the end for the squad, because many of us are going through so many issues. Okay, including myself. I may not mention it, but we all have our little problems. Alright, let me read this one. 43 seconds ago, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle best quoted about Archie and Lily. Alright, so that's an article. I have a lot of other tweets to share with you, so I'll do that. Okay, this house look like it's in the middle of the street. Okay, oh, that's that guy. Did they arrest him? What happened? Okay, apocalypse, okay, is the only word to describe it. Gordon Murray retelled the drive through the wildfire that destroyed the town of Lytton in Canada. Okay, alright, so this might also be related, or maybe not. Okay, I thought that was the reporter that there was a arrest warrant. That's not him. But let's listen to this.
It was apocalyptic is really the only words I can use to describe it without exaggeration. As you can see from the footage, there were fires on both sides of the road, and the buildings just bursting into flames, trees exploding. You could hear them. And we had no idea how bad it was, and because there was no warnings from anyone of what was happening, we basically had to figure out what was going on. And when the cell service died, we had been trying to figure out, trying to check cell and internet to find out what the situation was, and there was no information. So when the cell service died, we realized we just had to get out of there. So we grabbed our pets and just started driving. We didn't even know which way to head because there was smoke and fire everywhere. And fortunately, we made it through. We're in shock, obviously. It's hard to believe that it was only like 36 hours ago. It seems like 36 days. But we're staying with family in Vancouver. So we're relatively, that's a long way away from where we were. But it's difficult. We've just discovered basically last night, because when we left, our house was still intact, but we discovered that there's been some aerial photos published in our house, and 95%, if not 99% of the other houses have been completely wiped off the map. The town doesn't exist anymore.
What the hell just happened? It's in Canada. Something weird is going on in Canada. And this, while I was listening to him, I was reading this. So he's going to have a satellite company. Is it? Elon Musk said his satellite internet service, Starlink, was growing quickly, and he is expected the number of customers to reach 500,000, okay, over the next 12 months. Okay, let's see here.
It's growing rapidly.
Billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk said on Tuesday that his satellite internet service Starlink, a project launched by SpaceX, was growing quickly, telling a crowd at the Mobile World Congress trade show in Barcelona that the number of Starlink customers could reach 500,000 over the next year.
We recently passed the strategically notable number of 69,420 active users. And we're, I think, on our way to having a few 100,000 users, possibly over 500,000 users within 12 months.
Starlink, an array of low-orbit satellites offering high-speed internet for people living in remote areas, is already offering a trial service and says it aims for near-global coverage of the populated world this year. The Tesla CEO and founder of SpaceX also forecast total investment costs in his satellite internet business at as much as $30 billion.
Total investment probably is like at least $5, maybe $10 billion. And then over time, it's going to be some multiple of that. I don't know, it could be 20 or 30 billion over time. There's a lot, basically.
Yeah, it is a lot of money.
Musk said Starlink has more than 1,500 satellites orbiting Earth and is operating in about a dozen countries and adding more every month. Skeptics question whether satellite internet can ever develop a viable business model because the main market it targets is people living in remote areas. Musk also said he was talking to possible telecom partners as a number of countries require operators to provide rural coverage as conditions of their 5G licenses.
As I was listening to it, one of the things that I was thinking of is when President Obama was in office, he was saying that he would like for rural areas in the U.S. to have access to digital kind of thing, and those people are so blind. Can you imagine this? I don't know if some of you remember, some of you who live in the U.S., when President Obama was in either his first term, okay, he was aiming for so many things. I'm telling you, the U.S. would have been so far ahead if our stupidity of race, color, wasn't in full display. You know, that took precedent over everything else. And look where we are now. You know, we have a freaking pandemic. You know, even though there's a vaccine and stuff, the thing is still out there. The thing is still out there. You know what? Let me go straight to some of the things that I sort of not only liked, but I took the links, put them so I could go straight to them. So this is for our fifth, okay? 7 seconds, okay.
Harry only spent about 90 minutes at Kensington Palace, and it's understood he's going straight back to California. Harry only spent about 90...
He spent like 90 minutes in the palace, and then he left. He went back to his wife and kids. My goodness, what do you expect? Jeez. His wife is waiting for him. His buddy. Okay, I can't wait to go swing with him on the tree. All right, and then you're gonna be around people who's don't even want you around, you know. So go back where you needed, you know, where everybody around you adores you for who you are, not because of freaking Prince. You wanna go back to places where you need it. Your kids want you around; they want you, okay. Your wife wants you around, all right, not because of a prince, okay, because you are her husband. So go back where you need it. Everybody over there in the UK just putting a front for something, and you can never be yourself. And everywhere you turn, it's negativity. So why you wanna be there? Go enjoy your time with your wife and children. Plus your wife is over there. I don't know who's around there helping her, because I'm pretty sure she has to be very careful who she let in. Most likely, if I was in their place, I don't see myself hiring nannies for help at the moment, because everybody wants to know the scoop. Okay, maybe once in a while Miss Doria's over there. I'm pretty sure Miss Doria's over there helping her with that newborn. Okay, Miss Doria, I know she has to be there. Okay, maybe her friends, Jessica or something like that, take a turn to come and hang out and help her around with the newborn. You have Archie, who's probably full of energy, running around. Okay, so why stay over there in a toxic place that out of jealousy for things that you do, with your heart, they don't like you for that. So F this, do what you were supposed to do, and then go back to your family. Don't want that adore you for who you are, and go get your spicy rice once you unfortunately, he probably gonna have to isolate for a couple of days. So he has to get out of there really quick to start isolating himself before, he mingle around with his family. So the sooner he's out, the sooner he get to hang out with them. All right, so 90 minutes, that was enough. I see grandma. That's pretty much it. Grandpa's gone, so you see grandma, and you're out of there. Okay, what did they expect? All right, let me read some of the comment. Laugh couple more days so they can flame their anti-Meghan propaganda. They really be shocked he going home to his wife and children. Yep, let's see. Oh, that was it. Okay, people are just laughing. Let me go to my next tweet that I copied the link. So I'm just gonna go straight to my stuff, not wandering around. The computer was doing something last night, so I decided to do that. Okay, so here. Okay, Sussex Squad. Did you all see that Meghan is suing Valentine Law over these two articles? You go, Meghan. All right, let's see. I saw it yesterday. I bookmarked it on my phone, and then when I was on my behind the computer last night waiting, and I create the list of all of the things that I need to share with you. All right, the Duchess visit the market in Suva in October 2018. She had told staff that she will only attend if there was no UN woman branding. What? No UN branding at the event, according to Robert Lacey's book. Meghan walked out of Fiji engagement, over feud with UN women, says Robert Lacey's book. Okay, I think this past week I read some stuff like that, and I remember saying no, it was due to security reasons that they had to pull her out. The security people who were around her, I guess, never really managed that capacity of thing. They were afraid. I mean, don't get me wrong. The security people, if they don't have that kind of experience, it's better to be safe than sorry. Because if you have that guilt on you, let's say, God forbid, something were to happen, and it's because you're trying to prove like you've been doing something for as long as it can be, but when in fact you don't. So when they got to that market, okay, I believe it was the market, and there were too many people. So the security people felt like it was too much for them, so they had to pull her out. Okay, I don't think that had nothing to do with UN women. Okay, so it had to do to security reasons. Okay, so good for her. And that also, it's whatever Meghan is doing right now, suing them, is saving those the name of the UN women thing, to protect their name, because that's not the reason at all. Okay, so sheesh. Okay, that was June 21st, 2021. So that was around that time when it could have been around that time when I was reading that thing on the particular video. Okay, this article is the subject of a legal complaint by the Duchess of Sussex. It has long been one of the mysteries surrounding the Duchess of Sussex. Why did she walk out of an engagement at a market in Fiji? I'm not a freaking reporter. How did I know? Because somebody already reported, but you failed to look into it yourself. I'm sitting in the comfort of my home. I didn't travel with Meghan. Okay? It was reported. She's upsetting and disappointing the people she was supposed to meet. My goodness. So there she is in the market with all of those people around her, the securities behind her. So there's a lot of people in the market, people outside waiting and all of this. And they're showing her around and everything. So, there's nothing Meghan could do. Because if the people who are around her are telling her, the people that they introduce her to be confident in are telling her what to do, where to go, so she has to take their words. Alright? I'm pretty sure if Meghan, had gone there by herself, in a low-key thing, she would love to go look at this thing. And I can understand the frustration of those people around there who want to show her and things around, but security purposes, all these people around, is too much for the security people. They never experienced something like that. Probably, I don't know. Alright, so they had to pull her out. The thing is right there.
And we just expect the security, all the bodyguards, they're doing their job, so we're thankful for that.
I'd like she spent many times for us here in this market of Suva. They have to give some more times for us.
All right, let's see the next one. So that's one. That's from the time. Next one. Okay, William and Harry spoke to each other at Prince Philip's funeral, but there was no family conference afterward. Tim Rook, Rex Shutterstock. Okay, William and Kate fear private talk with Harry will be leaked. June 22nd. Oh my God. If they just leave these people alone. My goodness. This article. I'm telling you guys, I think Meghan, she's not on social media. She's not on anything. She probably tell her lawyers, look, okay, just keep out a look on what's going on either on social media and the papers in the UK. When you see something, bring it to my attention, and then I'll tell you if you should file something. I'm pretty sure they won't even charge her for any of these. Okay? They probably won't even charge her for the time they look for those articles, because they know once they bring one of those charges to claim, that's money in the bank for them. Once Meghan tell the lawyers their truth, Meghan and Harry tell the lawyers their truth, they know that's money in the bank. So I'm sure just looking through the article, it's nothing. It's nothing. They probably don't even charge them for that. Because one filed to the court, it's money in the bank for the lawyers. Because they know they're gonna win. My goodness, these people, if they just leave Meghan alone, like many of the squad been saying, if they just leave Meghan alone, none of this nonsense will happen. They want, and the thing is that they've got away with this type of behavior because no one ever really challenged them, because majority of the people, the little people, all right, that the Cowland flag or just other people, okay, that in the UK they bug so much. Many of these people never really they don't want the headache of going to the court system, the process of things, so they know they could get away with it. So now I guess they met their match. This is why Harry was like, he knows he never got it right, but this one, he knows he got it right. When he was leaving to UK, going to Canada to meet with Archie and Meghan, all right, that little speech he made after the Centre Bally, I think it was a gathering for Centre Bally, and he did that speech.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option.
You know, he knows that he never got it right, but this one, he got it right. And so far, I think he does. He does. All right, his happiness is important to him. All right, and he got it. So that's the woman he needed to fight with him. You know, those tabloid people, they met their match. Before it was just Harry. Okay, Harry, they bug Harry as a teen and until his young adult years. He couldn't really fight because his family pretty much were against him. He didn't even know it, but giving scoop about him.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
You got his father telling him, oh, you don't need to read this, you don't need to do.
My father always says don't read it. Everyone says don't read it because it's always rubbish. I'm surprised how many people in the UK actually read it.
And when in fact they're throwing him under the bus because thinking about it now, my goodness, it is something. It is something. Just to please the tabloid while you're doing your stupidity. And then you're throwing other family members under the bus. And then you have the brother who learned from the father to do the same. My goodness. And I have this article from 2001 that shows where, Charles is taking William to those parties with the, with the tabloid so he could get positive coverage. So they could do their stupidity. They already know they got Harry, they're going to throw under the bus. Jeez. If they could just live their lives the proper way, the way that they want, none of this they won't have to be throwing anybody under the bus. And like one of the squad tweeted and said, they've been throwing so many of Harry's secret out into the open. Okay, now they have nothing on him. That's exactly that. All right, let me read some of those comments here. Okay, I don't think this will go anywhere. Lo is reporting what someone else has said. Well, whatever it is, what is it? They're gonna go to the bottom of this. He's gonna have to show where he got the thing. It's almost like the copyright case where the newspaper was trying to throw Omid under the bus. Okay, when Omid in fact was the one who got information from what was being printed. So where the source is. So you print it, then they're gonna go down the line to where he got it from. All right. So Meghan lawyers know. Meghan lawyers know what to do. All right. Then they are pro on this. All right. It will go somewhere. Let's see here. Okay, I think this is not as simple as it seemed. For one, the bullying allegation Lacey added to his book were picked from the law articles, like Omid's book. Oh, look at this. You see, like Omid's book took from the DM. My point is, Harry and Meghan don't take the legal route unless there is a high likelihood of source. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Once they Meghan's lawyers serve those people the paper with the legal thing, all right, then the lawyers will track down, will investigate, will do what needs to be done to see if it's a case. They know. Look at me, with no experience in the legal aspect. If you're putting this out in the book and this is the first time, let's say, they see it, okay, so they serve them whatever it is, the legal document and said, why are you pointing this? And then they could point to Meghan's lawyer and say, look, this is where I got it. Okay. Then the lawyer will follow the route of that and see where the information started. And then they'll go to the source. So the lawyers know. Okay, whenever the Sussex is sick, their lawyers on the media know that they have wood to. You see, this is what I'm saying. They have a proof to back their litigation action. It's a giving. These people have lied for the crown. They earn the price of being humiliated and have their credibility questioned. Okay, this is a civil case. Discovery will compel him to reveal his source. You see, even other people saying that. Okay, if he can't or won't, and she wins. That's right. That's exactly that. He and the rag he works for will be on the hooks for the bread. Okay, so that's exactly that. The other, what is it, when they try to put Omid under the bus? I mean, Omid was like, that's fine, you could call me, but I'm gonna tell where I got it from. It was from you. And then the date of everything proved Omid was right. All right, that's what I'm thinking too. Same with the Daddy Fell case and Jason. Okay, see, that's exactly the same thing. They won't put out a legal complaint except they believe they have a leg to stand on. That's exactly that. Okay, that's exactly that. Okay, something in French. Okay, the rest. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, this one I think has to do with Archwell. Okay, and I think when I turn on my computer, I saw some other things here. Okay, I responded to it. Okay, that's a reply. Let's go into it. Okay, my thing is true 5 a.m. emails, no problemas. I don't speak Spanish yet, by the way, just to let you know. But wasn't she and her hubby supposed to be on maternity leave? Okay, power couple, fantastic team, they know they are. Okay, so that's here. Archwell is quietly but consistently growing their award-winning team. Bravo. Meghan can finally send 5 a.m. emails without getting any nasty nicknames in return. What a relief. So that's where I responded to that. Okay, the 9 people likes it. So let me go into this and see what other squad are saying. Like 20 comment, that's me. Did someone else join recently? Yeah, I think they hired somebody. Okay, she's been with the Archwell team for a year now, and not one snide comment coming from California. It must be a relief to actually work with professionals. Exactly. And I think anybody who work with them, I think not only with true characters and their professional and their ability to do the work, I'm sure the Sussexes make them sign, how do they call this, NDA or something like that. All right, they already know how much the thing people wants to know, a little scoop about them. So who wants to deal with the headache to put out information about what they're doing, and then for Meghan to go and sue them, and then what, you know, once Meghan sue you, not just Meghan and Harry, both of them, because people, true people, when I said true people, people with character and dignity, who do you think they believe more? Who do you think they follow more? They follow Harry and Meghan. Okay, for characterization kind of thing, with respect and dignity, they follow Harry and Meghan. Do you want, if you're working with them, do you want to put your name in a situation where you were the one who leaked information about them? You probably will never get hired ever again. All right, for a few bucks, for a few quick bucks from the Daily Fail or from any of the British media, okay, you want to ruin a lifetime of other opportunities? I don't think so. And believe me, those Daily Fail, they're cheap. How much did they offer Rex, is it Simon Rex, to lie about Meghan? $70,000. Okay, and then they're gonna go make million off of the nonsense. Okay, $70,000. It's nothing for something like that. I want couple millions, if not, you know, maybe $1 million for that, because you're gonna make quadruple more of it. And they know if they go to court, whatever fine they're gonna be paying, it's less than what they already made off of that story. So if you're gonna sell story to them, you better make sure you secure for a quite long time, and then be ready, because Meghan is gonna take it all back from you when she call you to court. You know, so people, Meghan and Harry hired are people with dignity, with self-respect, and all of this. All right, you don't want to ruin your life for a few quick bucks. And this is the thing that the people over there, I mean, I don't think they get it yet. They don't get it yet because nobody ever really challenged them at that level, because they keep bugging the Sussexes. Okay, she's been with the Archwell team, okay, for a year now, and not one snide comment coming from California. It must be a relief to actually work with professionals. Okay, exactly. Bravo. I see Noon talk about that book she published and was on the bestseller list for a week. Haha. Okay, show me and this door. Okay, what is the... Okay, where Harry and Meghan hurt you. Show me and this door where Harry and Meghan hurt you. It's probably straight to the heart, because when they go full blast. They don't go low. Okay. Alright, let's say that's because their top-notch professional team will have been working since 3 a.m. and sent Meghan, quote, "What do you think about this?" end quote, text at 4:15 a.m. That was the way our law firm team worked. Phew. I didn't work that late, but I remember in college, okay, it's like 2 hours sleep. I think I still have that freaking schedule in me. I'm be getting up like 2 a.m. and to do those videos, go to sleep like sometime 11 and get up at 2. That was like when I was in college. You know, you have drafting to do. Those drafting things take so long, and that was before AutoCAD. If some of you in the architecture field, that was before AutoCAD. You have to do hand drafting, all right? And then if you make a mistake, you have to erase and all of that. But then with AutoCAD, you know, it's easy to just delete. But yeah, but good for you, girl. I don't know, 3 a.m. and then 4:15. Okay, if anyone sent me a 3 a.m. email, I will have an issue. I mean, are you on the phone at 3 a.m.? I don't care. You could send any email any time of the day. It's when I open my phone I get to see it. I don't keep those things into how do you call this, alert mode every time something pop up for me to... No, I don't work with my phone all the time. But anyway, you have a fit, but that's up to you. But it's up to you to open your phone. Okay, you're usually not expected to reply. You see, there it is. Not expected to reply to such an email until regular working hours, say 8 or 9 a.m. That's exactly that. So there is no need to be upset. I'm telling you, people get upset for no reason. People do work at different hours, but usually are not unreasonable. Okay, finally, people of the right mindset and right work ethic, I smell the sublime fragrance of more success to come. Alright, my friend is up at 5 for work. My father will leave at 4 for work some days. Most people working in her old industry will answer back at 5. Yeah, it depends on the work. Alright, remember how I was in a couple of videos I've said when she was on suit or acting. Alright, they'll be on set really late or whatever, and one of her co-stars whose husband was overseas traveling, and then you know, they were on set until 5, and then next thing you know, early morning, Meghan come with, you know, goodie bags and stuff like that to hang out with her, because she knows she was by herself with the 2 kids and stuff like that. She go and hang out with her. You know, someone who doesn't have a kid, don't have children, could do those kind of things to keep company. You know, that's people who understand, who could put themselves in somebody else's shoes, because the good relationship that they have off and on. Okay, when during work hours, you know, business hours, and as a friendship level, so they could get into that kind of position to keep each other company and stuff like that. All right, me, once, that's my husband too. Once we leave work, we're done. You have people backstabbing for no freaking reason. They think you want their position, when in fact you only went there for the freaking paycheck. Once you're done, you're done. Actually, the other day I was thinking, you know, I should be taking my architecture licensing exam, but because they changed the system where so many tests you have to take, there's construction, there's what is it, I even forgot the sections of those things. You have to know code, you have to know all sort of things. Okay, they changed that. Let's say if you you have you pass, let's say, 8 section. Keep in mind, I don't remember how many sections they have anymore because I haven't been following it that much. Okay, let's say they have 9 sections and you pass 8 of them. Okay, there's one section you can't really pass, whether it's history or construction, whatever the section might be. One section you're taking so much time, it's difficult for you to pass. Okay, they give you a time frame. I don't even remember. Is it 5 years, I think, to pass all of the section? But that last section you've been taking, and you can't really take it. Let's say you fail it today and you schedule to take again next week or something like that. They give you a time frame between maybe 6 months after you fail it to go take it again. So that last section takes you at least 4 years to pass, but all the others you pass really quickly. But once that time frame come and you then pass all of them to get your license, guess what happened? The clock start all over again. You have to take all of the tests again. And I think that's what really discouraged me a little bit, because at that time when I was, when I first qualified to take the exam, is that I was taking care of my kids and all of that. My mindset was into other things. But occasionally it's popping up in my mind, should I start studying again? Do all of that. But knowing the freaking politics into things, there was one client we have. I'm sorry, I'm drifting off. I don't know if it's a more reason I'm giving myself not to even bother taking the exam. We had one freaking client. We have to do what the client wants and make sure it follows code. Okay, code is very important. You can't build something just to please the client. If it doesn't follow code, you can't build it. Okay, so the client is telling us this is what they want, and then we're taking note, and then we go and do our work, see what fits and how we could make it work for her. We spent almost maybe months, I don't know, could have been at least 6 months, trying to get to the level of where she's satisfied. And remember, every time you spend with a client's project, okay, you have to put the time on, and then the client have to pay for that. We did all of this. We did the research. We did in New York, there's building code, and there is like a universal kind of code, those kind of things. I believe it was 2 type of code that we had to follow. I forgot them already. You see, this is where I need to go and study my shit. All right. So after we did all this, the research and implement them, and then do the drawing, sketch it in a way for her to understand. After all of this time, this freaking woman did not want to pay, and she said, this is her reasoning. I swear to God, she said it was her who designed it. I was like, I told my boss I don't want to be in it anymore. I don't want to be in that project. I will never forget. I don't know how this project went, if it was built or anything like that. I could not believe the freaking shit that woman tell us. I was like, what? You designed this? We had to do those things. We had to do the sketch. We had to do the research. And we spent hours and stuff like that. Overtime sometimes to make sure we finish with it so we could move on with another project. And then I'm hearing as recently as a couple weeks ago, my husband, who's having issues with, I don't even think my husband take it that, I think he's almost like me in a way. But it's just the stupidity of things. Is that I guess he really needed things to get off of his chest, because he knows sometimes I see things differently than he does. And he was telling me there's this project they put him in, and at the beginning of the project, and people should understand that you're not gonna have all the information that you need to finish, like a complete set of drawing. Okay, you just started a project, you put as much information at that time. So as the project continues, you go visit the site, you do your surveying, you do all of this, you have more information. The things have improved from the previous person, right? So they are almost, maybe I would say 80% into the project. So they bring my husband into that project, and my husband is finding out there's issues. Okay, because as soon as they send him into the project, bring him in the project, he went to the site. He wants to see with his own two eyes. It's almost like a doctor that I was saying in my last video regarding Brittany being prescribed medication based on word of mouth. All right, so there's the first person who started the project started with pictures. Okay, they did the sketch, the plan based on pictures, and they look how many steps that's on the picture, and they calculate the height of the thing, and they give educational guess. Okay, but my husband, on the other hand, wants the actual. Okay, because when you're building things, look at the building in Florida. All right, you can't mess with things like that, because people gonna live in there. And then when you start doing the drawing, when the contractors start building things, numbers are not matching, and then you have to go back. Okay, so he went on the site, and some of the things that were drawn no longer exist. I don't know where they get the pictures or whatever. Nobody in the freaking project get off their asses, go to the site and see, do a survey. Okay, so he fixed some of the things that were given to him. The politics of this is that because he find a mistake, he fix it, and he's telling what is it they were telling him, the boss was telling, what's taking you so long with this and that. And then my husband was like, well, some of your drawings were wrong, this was not there on the site, this and that, and then the person who did it at the beginning, the very first person who did it at the beginning, is upset at my husband for fixing a freaking mistake. Can you imagine this? Okay, when in fact these are professionals, these are people who went to school, okay, who should have the freaking common sense and said, and then the fact that your butt then left the office to go on the site to do the survey, you were going based on pictures, and then you have someone who went on the site and see what was there doesn't match what's in the drawing. You should be thankful for that they caught your mistake. But in fact, there's a freaking politics in this. I don't know why. I think the reason for me why I really don't want to get the architecture license, I don't know if it's I don't know, I'm high or blocking, or how do they call it, giving myself excuses. That's the word, excuses. Okay, there's office politics, there is the test part of it, and those tests are not cheap. They're in 200. One test could cost $200 or $300. Okay, and then if you fail, you lost that $200 or $300. And then there's that test part of it where if you can pass one of them, and then you pass everything else, and then once that 5 years come, the clock reset where you have to take everything again. So all of this sort of discouraged me. And the main thing is that once I got into the industry, I was working and I was doing things and I had money, and I realized I'm not really too much about the architecture aspect. I'm just happy I know how things are put together. But I think I was more into the real estate aspect of it. Okay, where I will buy a house, fix it up, and then put it to rent, and then sell it or something like that. I was more into that part, into the architecture thing. So that's the thing that says, you don't really need to kill yourself on this part. There's another way you could do it. So I started doing that. Okay, buying properties, invest, fix, and you come across some contractors who think because you're a woman, you're as dumb as fuck. Okay, you tell them this is something you want to be done, and they tell you no, it can't be done. And then once you show them the freaking drawings, okay, you just want, if I knew how to do it with my own two hands, I would have done it. Okay, but I'm not experiencing that. All right, you tell this person, this contractor, there's an area. There was a property that I had, and I was gonna put it for rental for student housing. Okay, it was near a college. Okay, so the house was, I look at the code. That's the beauty with the internet. Okay, I'm couple 100 miles away, not yeah, maybe a couple 100 miles away. All right, I don't need to be over there to do those things. Okay, I was sitting in the comfort of my home. Go onto their website, see what the code require if you're doing student housing. Okay, there need to be at least two bathroom. Okay, there needs to be a common area, and there has to be a kitchen. Okay, and all of the bedroom needs to have doors. Okay, so I had one bathroom, and I needed to put another one based on the square footage of the house and the rooms that are available. Okay, so I had the common area already. I turned one of the living room into a bedroom. Okay, I had the kitchen. There's a space that I see that could be used for bathroom. That's what I wanted. And all the other part, my husband and I did it. We did the demo. We just hired somebody to come and pick up the trash, and I hire a contractor to come and clean up. Okay, demo, I don't hire people for demo. I could break stuff. Okay, demo, and we put the drywall. My husband and I put the drywall, and what else did we do? I hire electrician. Okay, so I didn't, we don't mess with that. Okay, as much as we know, we don't mess with that. We hire a licensed electrician, and the plumber, we asked him to do something for us. He looked at me and said, no, it cannot be done. So I know where the tub was gonna be. I think, did I want a tub or just a shower? I think it was just a shower, and then we turned some certain pot into different things. So we told him this is where we want the thing to happen, this and that. He said no, it cannot be done. And the next thing I was like, okay, it can be done. When I realized it was just arguing, and I said I'll send you a drawing that it can be done. And then this, once I got home, I was on the site, take measurement, all the proper angles, see if the angles for drainage will happen, and I was able to do it. So show him the drawing. All I asked him, how much can you do it? All right, that was it. And shut him up and said, I didn't tell him my background. That's the thing. When you don't tell people your background, see who's BSing with you and who's not. And then I don't think I did hire him, because I realized he's that type of a person. And I was trying to go the cheap route, but when I realized he's as lazy as fuck, I just hired someone else. And he was a bit more expensive, but more professional. And guess what? From that experience, okay, I kept that same expensive one. Okay, because even when I'm not there, all right, I send him the key to go and take care of things for me. All right, that's the thing with professional. When you do a job with somebody, okay, you show your professionalism and all of that. That's business for the long run. I kept that. I think I still have his number. If ever I'm in that particular area, if I have a house in that particular area, that's the person I will be calling. But anyway, I went off. Okay, the reason why I'm not doing my licensing and office politics, I branch off. Sometimes you have to know the industry that you are working in. All right. When you're in school, you're thinking the big picture. You want to get up, go to work, and you're going to have your license and all of that. But the actual aspect of things, once you get there, you realize the stupidity of people sometimes. Okay? The whole point, okay, you want to get the experience, because when you in New York, I don't know about other places, other states, but in New York you need to have experience, and then they give you a list of the type of experience you need to have, and you need to have a licensed architect to sign them off for you that said, yes, I did make her do the work on that. And if you're a architecture student, when you go in for work for a small company, okay, for a small firm. That way you could they will put you in all aspect of the project. But when you work for a bigger firm, that's when you're starting. Okay, when you work for a bigger firm, although it's good, okay, take whatever you could get. Okay, but if you go in for the licensing, That's very important. If your goal is the licensing, work for a small firm. That way they could get you involved in all aspect of the project. That's where you could get your things signed off by the architect or the engineer. Okay, so you know I forgot all the lists that you need to do for NCARB. All right, so when you work for a smaller firm, they put you in all phases of the project. But when you work for a bigger firm, okay, it's one specific thing and one specific thing only. So that's where your knowledge will be limited. But after you get all your checklists, checked off, okay, they sign it off and you submit it to NCARB and NCARB approve it and all of that, then you could get out of that small firm, go for a bigger firm, and then you could do one aspect and one aspect only, and then you get paid more. Okay, at the beginning, don't think of the money too much. Okay, live a frugal life. Don't be showing off. Don't go partying every Friday night. Okay, there's a tweet that I come across that had to do with something like that. Maybe I should do that next because it's very interesting. Yeah, so if your goal is to get your licensing, work for a smaller firm, get the checklist check off, let NCARB approve it. Once you're ready to take that's the experience aspect. Once you get all your experience aspect checked off, okay, now you could go and work for a bigger firm that pays more and that will make you do one job and one job only. All right, so that's that. All right, so that's what I got from this tweet. So since I mentioned it on that last one, let me put a thing here so I know I could come back to that. All right, so the next tweet I'm gonna share with you, it's off a little bit. So anyone passing privacy, the comments, oh shoot, where is it? Rescue. Okay, meanwhile from the girlfriend protect. Okay, so there it is. That's this one. Shit. I might have to do several videos tomorrow. I have to pick up somebody who's gonna stay with me for the week. And then, all right, let's read this. All right, okay, AITA. That's am I the a-hole? Okay, so this is the thing that the person posted. Okay, for inviting my 29 male. Okay, the male is 29 and girlfriend 28 female on an expensive vacation and expecting her to pay all of her share. I make a lot more than her. All right, so that's the thing. That's the tweet. Let me read this. All right, so this is the same thing I just read. Okay, this person actually, I think, took it from Reddit and brought it into the Twitter. All right, so hello, my girlfriend, myself, my parents, and my brother and his wife all went on vacation in another country a week ago. My brother and I were the ones who did most of the planning of the itinerary, although we did ask everyone else for input. For background, I make around $150,000 as an IT and consultant. My girlfriend is a teacher making $45,000. My parents are pretty affluent as well as my brother and sister-in-law. So pretty much everybody else is very rich. They have money. They have money to spend. But the girlfriend who's a teacher only make $45K. Okay? My girlfriend knew this trip was coming up and took on a second job waitressing, okay, on the weekend for several months to get ready for it. We have always split things 50-50 in the 2 years we have been together. There were a few times on the vacation when she did not go on outings with us. Why do you think? Okay, she doesn't want to split things 50-50 because she doesn't have the money to spend. Okay, wine tasting, scuba diving, etc. She also will only eat 2 meals a day. See, this is someone who's paying attention and say, I'm going on that trip, but I don't want to be bankrupt. All right. She also will only eat 2 meals a day, simply stating that she was on a budget. There it is. Okay, my family does favors more high-end, expensive, all right, places. My parents thought it was very strange that that she only eats 2 meals a day, although normally she eats 3. These are people who have something missing in their brain, I think. When we got home, I asked her why she skipped out on several of the outings and only ate 2 meals a day. I mentioned how I heard her stomach growling one night and said I was concerned about her having an eating disorder. She got teary-eyed and said that 3 meals a day wasn't fiscally feasible for her, and neither were the outings. I mean, that's obvious. That's a given that she chose not to go on. She went on 3 of 6 outing. I think that's pretty fair. Okay, outing. She said she was not expecting everything to cost so much, and she was overwhelmed. I agree with her. All right. She also said she doesn't know if this is going to work long term, if she is expecting to go on vacation like this, okay, like that, with people who make so much more than her. I feel bad that I did not pick up on her discomfort sooner, but we did agree to split everything 50-50 and then know why she agreed to come if the cost was an issue. All right. She paid on things that she knows she could afford. Okay, 50-50, maybe the hotel room, you and her, you're gonna split it, right? You're going on expensive meal, okay? That's too much for her. But I saw this and I said I saw it like maybe a couple days ago, and I said I was supposed to share it with you, but each time I got my 2 hours time frame, I was like, I have to get going. All right. Meanwhile, from the girlfriend perspective, that's a comment within that. Let's see here. Abusers be like, quote, I don't remember that happened, and quote, no shit. Sure, like, for me, it was a formative memory that forever changed the way my brain processed information. And for you, it was a fucking Tuesday. I mean, the girlfriend was looking at, can I do all of this? I mean, if you have a problem with her not being going out on all of those expensive things, you're making $150,000 a year, and she's making not even half of what you're making. So you have extra money to spend, and these are the people actually who's probably gonna be in debt later because their tastes are so high and so expensive, and then they're gonna run out of money for other small things that gonna come later on in life. I don't know. You're probably a nice person, but if you're doing all this expensive stuff, you're not for me. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see here. A 50-50 financial split and an equal income household is financial abuse. Pass it on. That is exactly like financial abuse. My goodness, you don't see that she's making not even more than you? If you guys were making exactly fair, maybe if he had said, okay, we'll spend maybe 30-70 or something, all right, because you're making much more than her, and most likely when she goes over there, I don't know, is it on the vacation they split it equally among each heads of people who's over there, or just them two? Okay, maybe there's one bill for both of them. Let's say if they go out to eat and then they split. I don't know, but I know that will not be me, because I remember was my firstborn or was it my second? I think it was my firstborn. I didn't have my second yet, so we a group of friends invite me for drinks, let's go out and stuff like that, and I'm like, I phase out of this stuff already. My husband know that, because when we were in college, we hang out together, we go bars and all of that. I phase out of this. So I had a group of friends, ladies friend, who asked, oh, it's ladies night out and let's go hang out and stuff like that. And my dumb ass self, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go with 200, and that's my limit. Okay, I'm not gonna go with credit card where you don't see the money's going out of your hand. All right, so I told my husband I'm going with cash. Okay, it's a risky thing, because if you lose it, you lose everything. But the main thing is that was the amount I was willing to spend that night. My husband was like, 200 is too much, is too little. Go with 500, because he really wanted me to go out and enjoy myself. And I was like, no, I only want to go with 200. That's it. And he said, nah, just go with 500. So I listened to him. I go with 500. Okay. Those girls, okay, we went from one bar. By now I'm already settled. Okay. I have I didn't marry my husband. I have child and responsibilities. Okay. And we went to one bar. I already spent almost $40. Okay. Imagine that. If I had 200, almost a quarter of it already went. Okay, one bar. We're waiting for people. Oh, let's go try this bar. We drank whatever. I was having fun, and then we went, and let alone we didn't eat dinner yet. Okay, we did not eat dinner yet. Then we went to another bar, and they were spending. And by now, I already know it's gonna be too much, right? So I told myself, even though I was a little bit tipsy already, I told myself, even though I have 500, I'm not gonna waste $500 in one night. Okay. So after dinner, we were gonna go someplace else, another place. All right. After dinner, and the bill came. We split it evenly with everybody. I was like, I'm done for the night. I give them a stupid excuse. Even though I had the money to spend, I was like, no. In my mind, I was like, I'm not gonna spend that $500 in one night. Okay, I bounce. Okay, if I was young, I didn't have kids, I didn't have responsibilities like I have now. Guess what? I spent much more when I was younger, and on one weekend, hanging out with friends and stuff like that. These phases are gone. Okay, I'm not about that anymore. So you have to know, do I want to be in a debt just for one night of fun? No. Okay, one night of fun, I could have partying and all of this, and don't spend that much, and buy when I can. But when I came back, my husband was like, what happened? You came back so fast? I was like, nah, we didn't even go to the place that we were supposed to go in the beginning. Half of my money was about to gone, and I was like, I'm not gonna spend $500, and at that time I don't think I was working too. It was him. So I was like, no. I think I was doing freelance too at that time. I was doing freelance. So nah. So you have to know your boundaries, your limit. All right. So that girlfriend, I don't know if it was just something they threw up there. Oh, there's more. I didn't even see this one. Okay, 50%. Okay, so if one person makes 75K and the other makes 50K, and then proceed to split a meal 50-50, that's abuse. Yikes. Okay, let's see. There's 21 comment. Okay, no one is talking about a meal. You are choosing to be simple. Okay, they are a 2-year relationship and everything is 50-50. Get your reading comprehension in check. And yes, high spending based on a 150K income and then split it things 50-50 is financially abused and inconsiderate. All right, the guy know he's making much more, and then are they living together or separately? Okay, if they I just know it's not right. It's not right, because she's probably living her own place. She has her bills to pay. Okay, when they go out, you can't be spending that much in one night. She knew she was gonna go on the vacation. She did extra work. Okay, she did extra work to make up for that. Okay, but yet it's not enough. And I don't know where they are and around the world. If it's in the US, doing waitressing is not that much. Okay, you go based on tip, and this is the thing that I hate about waitressing. All right, it's the tipping aspect of it. So this goes on. All right, let's see what some of the common sense people are saying here. Okay, so much nuance you could have taken from a tweet, but instead it's right to the very specific hypothetical. We all understand it's in context. You're the one that lost. Not lost at all, pal. Just showing how stupid generalizations are. I mean, even the person, if he's making 75,000K, and then the other one is making, how much did he suggest? Okay, 75K and 50K. Is that equal? No, it's still not that much, but know your limit. Okay, by now I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be going to expensive places if they know that what their monthly bills are, the phone, rent, water, electricity, and all of that. But the thing is, the original thing is 150K, 150K. All right, he could spend 50K in one trip. Okay, he still have $100,000 left. Okay, when the other one, her bank account will be wiped out. That's the thing here. That's the math here. It's not 50-50. He could spend what she's making within a year, and he will still have much more in his bank account, and where hers will be to zero or even minus. All right, so let me get out of here. All right, so that was one of the tweets that was off of the Sussexes. So because I'm gonna have a lot very occupied next week. Tomorrow somebody's coming to my house and stay for the week, and then the following, let me see, we're gonna bring her home on Saturday, and then on Sunday we're gonna go camping for from Saturday. I mean, we're gonna go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, we're gonna hit the during the week because my husband is gonna take off. We can't really get the full weekend, so we're gonna go in the middle of the week. So I'm gonna be very busy, so I could leave some stuff for you to watch. All right, so let me throw a prayer for the squads. Okay, many of the squads are dealing with some issues here. Prayer, let's say family. Okay, prayer for family. Okay, family well-being. Let's say oh, there's healing. Friend, unity, peace. Well-being is sticking. Okay, well-being. Okay, so it's popped up. All right, let's see what pop up. Okay. Oh God, I pray that your people may enjoy good health and that all may go well in their lives. Lord, I pray that their souls also are made well and whole. I thank you for touching their lives and keeping them in this fall. I declare that your goodness surround them for the rest of their days. All right, let's pick an image so I could put on my thing. Let's see, well-being. My eyes went straight to this. Let's do this here. Dear God, your veil of protection has been pierced. Illness has infiltrated my family circle. Cleanse the poison, refresh the spirit, bring back good health and well-being for the people I love. Amen. All right, your squad is I hope you guys are doing well. And again, your center, your well-being, your mental health, no matter how much chaos that's going around you, all right, you make sure you are you. Okay, make sure you take care of yourself and everything before you branch out, because once you lose yourself, your central being, okay, then everything doesn't mean much anymore. All right, as much as you care for your family, your friends, your kids, including your kids, but if you yourself are not in the space of well-being, okay, nothing matters. Okay, so it's almost like I bring this example a lot. It's almost like when you're on a plane. If the plane is going down, okay, the first thing that they tell you to do is put your oxygen mask on first. Okay, take care of yourself first, then you could help the people next to you, or whoever's next to you, or in front of you, back of you. All right, if you don't take care of yourself first, all right, nobody is. All right, so take it easy. I'm gonna go for video number 2. I'm sorry, you're gonna see video number 2 for another day or tomorrow. All right, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you wanna help support this channel, there's a link in the description for PayPal. This is the only place you could help me. Okay, you could donate. Thanks for watching.